Hey guys, Chris here once again with another My Life story. And I decided that I'm going to put two different stories into this video to kind of make it a little bit longer because the first story I have is like kind of a short story. So I didn't want to kind of make a video on just like a minute long. Anyways, this first story is about an incident with an animal that I had. And I was actually in high school. I don't know what grade I was in, I can't remember, but I was leaving high school to go to football practice, and I had to get in my car and leave the school, go down like 2 or 3 blocks, and then turn to get on to the road to take me to the practice field. And as I'm leaving, I turn onto the little main road there in front of the high school, and I start to drive, and I'm going maybe like 25 miles per hour, and this like pigeon or bird or something, like there's a bunch of them sitting on the ground, and as I start to pass, like they all kind of like flutter away or whatever like birds do, and one of them flew directly in line of my window, and I hit the bird at like 25 miles per hour, and the bird just, it was like an explosion of feathers just everywhere. And I mean, like I couldn't see in front of my window because there were so many feathers. And I could not see the bird laying on the ground anywhere. Like the bird just imploded except for the feathers, and the feathers just went flying everywhere. I have no idea where the bird went. It didn't crack my window. It didn't go into my window or anything like that. I had my windows up and stuff. So it flew into my windshield, exploded into feathers everywhere, and then disappeared for like ever. No idea. I looked in the road behind me in my rearview mirror and everything like that, and just it was gone. And it was, I thought it was really funny. It made me laugh the rest of the day. Every time I was in practice and I got hit or hit somebody, I just kept thinking about the feathers flying up and exploding. Um, that was the first story. The second story is a little bit sadder, and you're probably not going to like me after I tell this story, but I'm going to tell it anyways. It involves me running over a dog, and not just any dog, a pet dog. And I left my house and I was going over to my friend's house, and there's these back roads or whatever that's kind of curvy, and it is in a neighborhood area, but I was probably going a little bit faster than I should. But regardless, that's not the reason why it happened. But I passed this one area, and there's this one area that has like this dog in the yard all the time. It was like a little tiny poodle dog, and it's always running around their yard. And this time I'm driving by, and this dog runs out in front of me, this little tiny poodle, and I'm actually in a hurry, by the way, because there's somewhere I got to be. And this poodle runs out in front of me, and the next thing you know, it just thump thump, I hit the poodle. And me being a teenager at the time, I didn't care about stopping or anything like that. I mean, I hit it. It didn't do anything to my car. I knew that. It was small. There was nothing I could do. I hit it, right? So I didn't stop. I didn't think about it. I didn't think about going and being like, oh no, the dog, and taking it to the house and being like, I ran over your dog, blah 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 blah. I didn't want to do that. I couldn't do that. So I just went on with my business, right? I get to my friend's house, and he's like, oh, did you bring this? And I was like, oh, I forgot to bring something. So I had to go all the way back to my house. So I get in my car, drive all the way back, and I have to pass that same area where that dog that I just hit. And so as I'm passing by, there's like this group of people, and they're standing out in their yard, and they're over top of this dog, this little poodle. So I drive by, and I'm going the speed limit this time, and I just look over and see them, and they are looking back at me, and they have this most meanful hatred look on their face and in their eyes. I can see it. They knew it's me because they probably were out in their yard or something when it happened, and they saw me, and they're just dead staring at me, just all of them. There was like probably 10 or 15 people just gathered around in this yard. And I was like, this is probably like a family pet that they've had for like years or whatever. And I killed it. But I thought it was funny. I don't know why I thought it was funny, but these people staring at me with such hatred because I ran over the dog. And I was like, in my mind, I was like, they should have had their dog locked up or chained up or whatever if they didn't want the dog to get ran over. Obviously, this is a place where cars drive through constantly. Why would you let your dog run out on the road or play on the road or whatever if you didn't want it to get hurt or didn't think it was going to get hurt? But that was just my teenage mind, and I probably should have stopped and did something, but I had things on my mind of what I wanted to do, and there was nothing I could have done, so I left and just went home and got the stuff and went back. And I feel awful about it, but you know what? I thought it was pretty funny at the time that I hit this little poodle and then like got hated on by a bunch of people who didn't know who I even was. And they still to this day, if they knew it was me, they'd probably be like, try to kill me or something. I don't know. But that's my stories, my two different stories, my exploding bird and running over a poodle. So hope you guys enjoyed the stories. Please don't hate me for killing a poodle by accident and not doing anything about it. Hope you guys enjoyed them, and I'll see you next time.